Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth, and today is Sunday, April the 9th. So it's time for our weekly goals video. Today, I have several reading goals, a few writing goals, and not much else really. My life has boiled down to reading and writing, basically, which I enjoy. So, who cares if I socialize? All right, let's start with my writing goals. We'll switch it up a little bit. My writing goals are to, of course, write every day. As I've mentioned, I don't know how many times now, I am working on The Way We Were for Camp NaNoWriMo. My goal, as posted on the camp site, is 15,000 words, which is basically 500 words a day. My personal goal is 25,000 words for the month of April, which is 833.33333 or 834 words per day. I am keeping track of how many words a day I write. I'm handwriting everything. That's why I'm like just showing this. Um, Not because I love this, although this is gorgeous. I really do love this. I picked it up at Hobby Lobby for a couple of bucks, and it's awesome. It's also not lined, so if you prefer to draw rather than write, or if you want something like this to do some kind of bullet journal or something, this is great. I got it from Hobby Lobby. You should definitely check it out. Um, anyway, The Way We Were is coming along nicely, so I'm going to read to you from it tomorrow when I talk more about that. I'm also working on typing up the fairy tale that I wrote, the Twisted Fairy Tale. I am hoping to have it up. I'm typing it up and formatting it, doing extra editing, all that. I'm hoping to have it typed up and re edited by the end of the day. And then within the next few days, I want to have it up as a short story available on Kindle. So when that happens, I will let you guys know. But this one I do want to read to you from just the very, very beginning. Um, Maybe not the very, very beginning. Let's go here. Soon the trees were filled with all sorts of creatures watching and mocking the show put on by the two intruders in their fresh capes and shiny new boots. Do you think either one has ever been outside before, Ginger? A young phoenix landed next to the squirrel and raven so lightly that her voice startled both. Vera, the squirrel gasped, we have talked about this. But, moving on, no, I don't think either of them has worn boots before, let alone ventured out in them. My feet feel heavy, cousin, the shorter of the two whined loudly. My toes are pinchy. Why must we wear these blasted things? You know why, Brantmere, the taller, more traditionally handsome prince squeaked out in an alarmingly breathy falsetto. Grandmother commanded that we not go into the forest with bare toes. And just because Grandma said it, it must be law, Brantmere mocked petulantly, as though bare toes were an unseemly sight to behold. Pah! Grandmother is the Queen of Sandonia, his cousin pointed out, pausing to brace himself against a tree and pant like an old dog. Her commands are laws, Branty. Well, Trolley, Brantmere shot back testily, I for one think the notion of boots to be far outdated and even downright ridiculous. If we were not made to if we were not made to hide our feet away in such heavy monstrosities, our toes would be free to grip roots, balance branches, and rejoice in the evergreen spiced air, all of which would no doubt propel us toward the drowsing damsel with much hastier and happier steps. Please do not call me Trolley, Prince Trollop Tar the Third sighed heavily at his cousin. It is a family name, an heirloom. My father named for his father, named for his mother. As for the rest of that tirade, I believe grandmother was more concerned about animal bites and cone cuts than the joy of your toes. Do stop being so overly dramatic, Branty boy. We have a princess to find, so that I may awaken her. Don't you mean so that I may awaken her? Brantmere leered at his cousin as they began their klutzy hike anew. Okay, so that was a little more than I had planned on reading out loud to you, but that is just part of the beginning of the story, and I am looking forward to being able to share the entirety of it with you guys on Kindle and hopefully have some of you read it and let me know what you think. Now, moving on to the reading goals, I am, of course, participating in Tome Topple number 3. So I have my adult novel, which is Night Film by Marisha Pessel. I have a long way to go on it. I got interrupted several times yesterday, so I didn't even get as far as I wanted to yesterday. I'm only on page 50, but it's really intriguing, and I cannot wait to just sit down and devour a large chunk of this afternoon. I'm also getting ready to start reading Jimina. This is my brand new copy, which was a library edition from Palm Beach. Um, I just got it in the mail yesterday, and Elizabeth from Lizzie Faye Loves Books and myself will be buddy reading this. We're going to be separating it into, I believe, 4 sections of 165 pages apiece, and then taking 2 to 3 days at a time to read each section and then chat about them. So I'm really looking forward to it. I enjoyed Illuminae. I listened to it as an audiobook and read the ebook version. So this is the first time I'm getting to have a physical copy of one of the Illuminae Files books, and I am so excited. I've flipped through it a couple of times. Cannot wait. And then my other buddy read is Crooked Kingdom by Lee Bardugo. I am reading this with Jesse Trafton and Jordan Calvert. So I'm super excited. We've got like a Twitter chat going on about it and Facebook Messenger and pretty much anything else. Jordan is also reading Night Film, which we didn't plan it. We didn't know. I chose Night Film at the last second, and so did she. And then we were both just like, oh my gosh, you're reading Night Film too. So we're kind of buddy reading that as well, although she is about 100 pages ahead of me at this point. It's a lot of fun. Tome Topple this year kind of turned into Buddy Reads with Beth, and I am digging it so much. I also have a couple of graphic novels, even though I couldn't find a graphic novel of over 500 pages to include in my Tome Topple. The idea of reading a graphic novel just really stuck with me. So, though I can't count these toward my Tome Topple uh, finish, I am going to be reading Faith, Volume 1, and Jim and the Holograms, Volume 1. I already have strong feelings about this, and I'm on page like 4, so we'll probably have an entire video to talk about Jim and the Holograms. Yes, yes, I think that's probably going to happen. Other than that, I have one day of substituting this week, and in between writing and reading, I'm going to be putting in more applications. I have several possibilities in this area, which makes me really excited because I don't want to move. I kind of wanted to go back to Texas, but at this point, I think I really just want to stay here and see what happens. So I'm hoping to get a couple of interviews set up either sometime this week or next week and really just get the ball rolling on that as well. So that's what I'm doing this coming week. Those are my goals. I would love to hear from you. What are you doing? Are you participating in Tome Topple? Have you read anything I'm reading? Are you doing Camp Nano? What are you writing? What do you think of what I'm reading and writing? All of those great things. Just tell me what you're up to. I cannot wait till I get to talk to you guys again. And until then, I hope that you read something good and write something even better. Bye.